You remember this lost M8 bolt here for our main circuit breaker, which I couldn't find anymore? Well, I still haven't found it. Luckily I had an Allen head screw here, M8 spring washer, so it looks very much the same. Shouldn't make a big difference, right? One could be stainless actually. Yeah, welcome to the Off-Grid Garage again. Yes, again another video here from me. I'll keep working on this battery shelf here. So today we are going to connect these circuit breakers to the bus bars. I'm still, it is tight space. So even if I bend them around like this, there's not enough space to connect them here at the top, which I actually like to do, but there's not enough. Well, I can cut out the plastic here, so turn this one 90-degree angle, and then we've got a straight way to the positive bus bar over there. But the other one is still, it is still far too close. It is not good. Look at this. It is close to the support up here. I don't really like it. So what can we do? Well, we've got more space here at the bottom. I could use the bottom ones to connect to the bus bar and the top ones to connect to the BMS and battery positive. But then we've got the cables coming from the top here and flying around somewhere. The positive is not as bad because the positive terminal of the battery would be somewhere over here, so it's almost the same height anyway. But the negative needs to go down to the BMS then. This is all shit. This is all not good. Okay, I need to do more thinking about this. It is all not good. I've tried with straight and angled ring lugs. Both are not optimal. I would need more of these elbow ones here, which are bended to one side. They would potentially help, but I don't have them. They don't exist. Okay, I need to find another solution now. Where's the camera? Here. I need to talk to you. Okay, so here is the situation again. Okay, so we've got our circuit breaker here. These two down here are straight ring lugs and they will connect to the bus bars. So I will get the cable from here to the positive and from here to the negative. Don't watch these labels at the moment. We then have a cable coming from here going straight to this angled ring lug here onto the positive bus bar. So positive going in there, bang. The negative from here needs to connect to our P- of the BMS. So this will be somewhere down here, an angled ring lug as well, pointing upwards. So cable going up, same height as the other one going to the battery, and then going bang into the negative of the circuit breaker. So that's the plan at the moment. So far so good, but the B- is on this side, and this needs to connect to our negative of the battery, which is somewhere over here. And well, how do I do that? How do I get from here to somewhere over there? The cable needs to run somewhere down here, going up and over to the terminal. That is ugly. That's not good. Okay, here. Second battery. Bam. I don't know exactly where the positive or negative is, but it comes from here. So cable all the way coming from here, going down here, going up, and here on the terminal. That is insane. That is insane. Maybe we can have the positive somewhere over here. It goes up. And this one here, this one is too far away. I don't know, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit. It's not good. I'm not happy with that. More thinking, more design changes, more testing, trialing. See how it looks like. It's not that easy. Okay, so for our design, let's put the battery together so we can determine where the most positive and most negative connector is. If I do it like this with the longer aluminium bus bar here at the end, positive negative, which is the 24 volt bridge, that's how I call it. I've got bus bar here, 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 here. So we've got our main negative here, well, we must have our main positive over there. So they are close together. This is one design how you can set up your battery. We've got them close together to the middle. If I turn this one around, I have to turn all the batteries around and all these ones around, which makes our now then we've got the positive over here and the negative over there. It doesn't really make a difference because our bridge will still be here. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference then. Then I just swap positive and negative around. So if this is the case, negative here, positive there. So that would be like this. And we will have the negative here, which needs to go to our BMS, and the positive needs to go to our breaker. So that's the challenge now. So the alternative would be to have our negative here on the corner, but then I cannot use this bus bar anymore here. So I need to make my own bridge cable, which we already have actually in the battery box there, from here to there. Which wouldn't be a big problem, but then I'm a little bit more flexible where to put the negative and the positive. Because in this case, so I had my most negative here and my battery negative here. So that would be an angled ring lock pointing upwards and connecting to the negative here. Dunk. Very short cable, perfect. I like that. And the other one, the P minus, will be sitting over here. And again, we will have an angled ring lock pointing upwards and going directly straight into our circuit breaker from here, from the terminal. I like this as well. Very short cable, bang, done. Because I had another look, this is only a 35mm cable, which is super flexible. Look at this, it is super flexible. And I think I can make it work to connect everything from the top of the circuit breakers to the bus bars here. I've done the measurement here with these ring locks, and I can make the cable work to connect to both sides of the bus bar. So we can feed the circuit breakers from the top and then connect BMS and battery here from the bottom. I just need to figure out how to get the positive from there all the way up here. This is a messy. I have no idea yet. Here and here. Here. It doesn't fit. Oh, hang on. This one is the other way around. Okay, I think I just came up with a totally different design for arranging these batteries. It looks the same as before, right? But in this case, we've got main negative here and main positive here on this side. So in this case we would need two of these longer bus bars, one over here and one over here. This is my start, not this one, this is my start. We go all the way here, jump over there, and here's my battery number 8 starting over there, and then we come back to cell number 16 here. Positive, negative on one side. That was my goal. That looks weird, right? Here. That's how it looks like now. Here are our main positive and main negative. Now the other way around. Negative, positive. And this is the design. Cool, I like this one. And if I swap them around, have the negative over here, I've got even shorter cable runs. Then all the batteries need to turn. But we've got the negative here and the positive there. That'll be it. So I just swapped them all around. We've got the most negative now here in the corner and then the positive over here. So that means something. It means we've got the negative here and the negative here. So we can come down directly and have the angled ring lock, bang, negative, and the positive comes down and runs here in the same area as the other cables. Clean installation, no long cable runs. Perfect, that's what I like. Okay, this is the final design. Let's do it. Let's do it. So today I just want to connect the circuit breakers to the bus bar. Actually, this is my main focus. But it's good to know we've got the other design ready as well. I like it. That'll be awesome. I think we've got a problem here. I don't think I've got the right screws here. I've got only these ones. They are 20 mil. They are too short. With all the washers and spring washers underneath and a nut on the other side, definitely not long enough. M8 by 30 would be good. 25 at least. Look what I just found! M8 by 30, full thread stainless, a full bag, and big washers and flange nuts as well. It just needs some spring washers then, but that's fine, I should have them. Yes! Well, good morning guys. Welcome back. It's day number 3. Yeah, I haven't done much work yesterday because we were away most of the time. Yeah, it's day number 3, me working on this main circuit breaker section here and the bus bar connections. So I have connected successfully the first circuit breaker to the bus bars here. And I was wondering if I have to measure these cables again for all the other compartments down here again, or if this would be a similar length. Well, lucky me, these two cable connections for negative and positive between the bus bar and the circuit breaker for each battery bank are the same for each compartment. Yes, I'm lucky. So I ended up making just a couple of these link cables last night, as per our templates here, because they're all the same. So I'm having all the cables ready now. Yeah, lots of crimping happening in the off-grid garage last night. Well, it's good, I like it. And I also drilled the holes here in the bus bar where we connect our circuit breakers. This is just a 5mm hole. I need to drill this up to 8mm now, and then use the deburring tool here as well to make this all nice and smooth, as it is over here. Feels good. Well, you may want to call me paranoid, but I have added this extra conduit here over the positive cable because we are crossing the negative cable here. I have bent I have bent the ring lock here just a tiny bit, so it comes a little bit away from the negative. You can see it goes a bit in an angle. Yeah, from here you can see it. It's not touching the negative bus bar or something at all, and it will be more like this later on. So it will be away from the bus bar, but still I like this extra layer of protection here. I mean, the cable has nice thick 2-layer insulation already, and then we've got the conduit on top of it, so we will have around 8-9 millimeters of insulation. I know this is not the best design because we are crossing the other bus bar here very closely, but there's not much I can do. I was thinking of having one cable on this side and the other cable on the other side, but there's just not enough room to bend the cable as I need it to fit into the circuit breaker correctly. And you don't want to put any sidewards force or something on the ring lugs when they go into the circuit breaker. They should be relatively straight into the circuit breaker. Okay, let's see if I can come up with something else. And this is exactly what I mean. You know, you've got your circuit breakers and you say, okay, connect the circuit breakers to the bus bar and then move on. But this step alone takes hours. It takes hours to make these cables with the ring lugs. It takes hours to drill all the holes in the bus bars, to clean them all up. And then you finally fit the cables and realize, there might be a problem here. So it's good I've got enough time at the moment. Newton-meter is the torque setting for the terminals of the smaller circuit breakers, the 100 amps. These are the 100 amp breakers there. The larger 250 amp breaker has a torque setting of 11 Newton-meter there. 11. That's quite a big difference, right? Well, we've got M6 and M8, 6 Newton-meter, 11 Newton-meters. Now this fits in here. This doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in here either. So how am I supposed to torque them? Don't have the right tools for that. Maybe something for a long Allen key. Probably I have to cut this off here, this angle. Otherwise I cannot torque them. Yeah, I looked through all my bit collections here and all my socket sets, but I cannot find the right tool to actually. The problem is these openings here at the top. They are so narrow. They are just enough for a Allen key. So the only thing I can do is I can cut this angle off here of the Allen key, and then use. Yeah, that fits. And then I can use a 4mm socket, a 5mm socket, which actually fits this Allen key, and then I can torque them. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Well, I had to innovate my own tool for that. It works. So here I can show you how the circuit breakers, you got this hole, how the circuit breakers will be connected. So the positive goes on this side here, and the negative goes in a little band here, like this. That's how it will be. So the next question would be, how much torque should I apply to these screws here through the copper bus bar? And there's a flange nut on the other side. If you Google this, M8 torque, you find 1,000 documents, 1,000 PDFs with recommendations or specifications for this size of bolt, and it is between 17 and 30 Newton meters. So I will go with 24. I have found a document for zinc plated electrical connections, which kind of this is, and they recommend 24. I don't think it makes a big difference if you have 24 or 20 or 17 or 30. 24 is pretty tight already. So let's go with 24 for all of these connections here. And the breakers will have only 6 Newton meter for the terminal connection. So, I mean, what's the point, right? Yeah, 26 I found for zinc plated electrical connections. So 26 it was, not 24. I read too many documents, too many numbers in my head. So 26 it is. Okay, it's holding this one here with a 13 millimeter spanner. And let's keep cranking. Oh, 80%. Wow, 26 is a lot. That is a lot. I don't think I need to hold this anymore here. Oh, I do. There we go. 26. Wow. Okay, one connection done. So this is the tool I'm using now. Ratchet at the top, our torque meter, an extension, and now this is a 5 millimeter socket, and then we've got our cut Allen key extension here to reach the terminal inside the circuit breaker. So this is what I'm using. Well, overall, this mounting of the circuit breakers here, the installation, is probably not the best idea, not the best design, not the best solution, because usually you want to mount these circuit breakers somewhere on with the back to some bracket or something, and then you just take off the front panel, get all your cabling, all your torquing, all your stuff done, put the front panel back on, and you're ready. In this case, the circuit breakers are mounted to the front panel, so I cannot take it off anymore without, well, there would be no benefit, because we cannot reach the terminals anyway then. So in this case I have to take out the circuit breaker like this and tilt them a little bit, and then I can reach the terminals here from the front through the cutout. I have already tightened the screws a bit with a Allen key, so they keep the cables in the position we need them to. And now we just go in there and torque them to 6 Newton meter until it beeps, and that should be it. Okay, this sits on 6 Newton meter. We just go in here and start tightening them. Okay, 6. That doesn't feel... There we go, 6. Right, is that all? Wow, that feels really... No, it is tight. It is super firm and tight, as per specifications. And I always make sure I can still move the cable, so they're not putting any force here on the circuit breaker or on the terminals or something. They are just loose and are going in the right direction, connecting clean to each of the terminals. Okay, 6 Newton meter done. Torque these both with 26. This is done. Okay, next level down. Ding! Okay, my friends, I think we are done. I think we've done everything I promised you at the beginning of this video, which was 3 days ago. That's how long it took. Okay, we haven't been here yesterday, so I didn't do any work yesterday apart from preparing the cables. We've got the positive connection here to our main circuit breaker, and the negative is waiting for the shunt now. See, this could be a bit of a problem actually. The changeover from the old battery to the new battery then because of the shunt. So I'm really thinking of buying a second smart shunt and put the new shunt in here and leave the old one in the box. I'm already thinking of getting rid of this shelving here and building another battery 3.0. I didn't say anything. So this is all connected to our positive main bus bar here and negative main bus bar. We have done all the circuit breakers. I need to change over the stickers now because positive is on the left and negative on the right. This is all torqued. These are all torqued. And the same here for battery number 2 and battery number 3. I told you, we are just going to connect the circuit breakers to the bus bars. That was all. That was the whole task. Took forever, but it's done. And I'm quite happy with the result. So and then we've got enough space to play with the cables here to connect our BMS and the battery and have no space issues. I can actually heat shrink these ones here, so in the middle somewhere, just as a color coding again. All right guys, we've got 34 degrees Celsius outside today, so I probably hop in the pool now for the rest of the afternoon and will calibrate a SPED later on, maybe even 2, because once it gets cooler here again in Australia, we will be on the roof again, very busy to extend the solar array up there. And we also need to take care of these junction boxes of these solar panels here. I have already bought a 10-pack of diodes so we can repair these solar panels again and can put them on one of the other roofs. Alright guys, I think that's it for today's video. I'm not sure how I will edit this. It may be a 40-minute video again for over 3 days. But thank you so much for your support here on the channel, for everything you're doing, for all your comments, all your good work, all your tips, all your recommendations, your suggestions. I have learned a lot from you guys, you helping me out here. And we also have, we have color coded here this elbow. Look at this. Looks really good. That was a good tip here. Liquid tape. See guys, I'm learning from you and you get these videos in return. How is that deal? Okay guys, until the next video, you stay charged and thank you for watching again. See you then. Bye bye.